MYePEAK here again. Today we're talking the anti-inflammatory diet, but the inflammatory foods. Check us out.
All right, so if we talk about inflammatory foods, we got to first say, what's inflammation?
Inflammation is essentially your inflammatory processes, your immune system's response to something that is interfering with that health.
Some sort of interference, some sort of injury, and your body comes into the rescue to help.
Exactly.
And you know, we actually did, I quite possibly the greatest video of all time, talking about what inflammation is. It's going to be linked to this one, so you can see that yourself. You can know what's going on. But the reality is inflammation is a very good thing. It's happening every single day to our bodies to recover these little injuries. It's the chronic, it's the long-term inflammation that's found in literally every single disease process. The heart disease, the diabetes, the fibromyalgia, the autoimmune disorders, the cancers. All those horrible things are all chronic inflammatory processes. And so there's a part of you that feels like you're throwing your hands up and you go, there's nothing I can do. But the most important thing you can do, and frankly the easiest thing you can do, and you have total control over, is do what?
It is start to understand basically what these anti-inflammatory foods are versus the pro, and change the way you're eating. You know, as simple as that.
Simple. And it's just understanding that nutritional thought, right? Is if we could just make that little switch. So we have a phenomenal movie as well, a video, not movie. Not movie. So inflammatory foods, we have the great anti-inflammatory video. Please watch that one. It's going to answer a lot of thoughts for you. But inflammatory foods, what are inflammatory foods? Real simple. They are the grains, the pastas, the sugars, the processed foods. Those are basic category inflammatory foods. There's a lot more to that. That's why we actually have a sheet attached in the comments that you can see that says exactly what the inflammatory foods are. Here's the crappy part. You're gonna look down this sheet and you're gonna go, pancakes?
I know.
And you're gonna go, sugar, tacos?
I know.
That one gets me nervous.
Yeah,
But you're going to see a lot of things that you love on here, and here's the reason why. Is because we live in a convenience food society, don't we?
That's how it goes.
What are convenience foods?
Convenience, they just are quicker. They're much faster and a little too much processed, unfortunately.
I mean, they're the fast foods and they're the gas station foods. Every single thing there, pretty much, except for the $14 banana, which you go, I'm going to go buy the $1 Chex Mix instead.
I forgot about it.
But you know, every single thing there is inflammatory. And inflammatory leads and feeds disease.
Exactly. And inflammation is your body's getting attacked by something. So think in that term, saying, okay, what I'm putting in my mouth could potentially cause your body to have a reaction, and that's what inflammation is all about. So when all of these different things, it's telling you something. It's telling you, hey, you know, like I gotta not get reacted. So you're gonna you want to start steering away from those type of foods. So,
you know, in our desperate attempt to get views, we're very, very forthright about this. In our desperate attempt to get views, you know, let's go Game of Thrones here, okay? So let's say we're attacking the castle, okay? And what we're doing is by eating inflammatory foods. When our castle is getting attacked, it's basically us saying, hey, you know what? We're going to remove some of our soldiers and give them to the people that are attacking us. We're actually making a bigger army come against us when we eat inflammatory foods. You don't want to do that.
No, that's the problem. Like, so you wouldn't do that in a battle.
Of course not.
You wouldn't say, hey, Sam, go over there and fight against me, right? Or take all these people and go that direction, where you want to have the biggest army you can. And the most rusted army. So that's where so if you think about this too, imagine if you had an army that you had to throw into battle, but they kept having to battle.
After battle, after battle, after battle.
That's chronic inflammation. It's constant. Osmosis Jones, I'm gonna throw it out there.
Osmosis, that's actually a pretty good movie.
Seriously. Yo, you see this bag? You see this gun? You see this gooey white sac is membranous around my personhood?
Here we go again.
Well, you dealing with a white blood cell here.
Exactly. But Osmosis Jones is the bomb. But a lot of times it shows you that inflammatory, what your battle, your warriors are your immune system. So if they're constantly working against it, what's gonna happen if the big flu bug comes? right?
You're more
or something
susceptible.
like that. So now you're starting to get even sicker than you were before. So that's why this stuff is vital. You know.
So we talked about the inflammatory foods, right? And I told you I've got this sheet attached. What's really, really nice is the advice on there. Try to avoid. It doesn't say eliminate, because eliminate is going to drive you bonkers. If you try to eliminate, I guarantee you for dinner tonight, you're going to get a large pizza, wash it down with a 2-liter of Coke, and then have a half gallon of ice cream afterwards.
Right. That's
all the
how
way,
it goes.
all inflammatory.
And it's nothing wrong with you. That is your brain saying, "Don't that
this is what I need.
You're taking this from me," and those kind of things.
But here's what I always just say: is take a look at this list and just try to limit, not eliminate, but limit. Is go. You know what? If I have a McDonald's McChicken every single day, maybe have it 5 days a week instead of 7.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know, just a random thing. If I'm drinking a 6-pack of Coke every single day, try to have half a 6-pack of Coke every single day.
And celebrate that. And don't feel bad about celebrating.
But not
that.
with inflammatory things?
Yeah, don't throw more on there.
Yes.
Right.
Here's
but
more fuel to the fire.
thing. Yeah, so you want to celebrate those little moves, right? So one of my favorite guys that did all kinds of different marathons, one of my favorite things, he subtly said, when you're starting to work out, just put your gym stuff on. I love that concept, because that first day you put your gym stuff on. Maybe you don't even make it. Maybe you're cleaning the house and the gym stuff. It doesn't matter. It's because you took a step, right? And so that is what this is about. There's a few on that inflammatory list that are super highly addictive as well. And so one of them,
I think that is
pretty
the
much
list.
the whole list.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, all of them could be. You want to hear a stat that's fascinating?
I like stats.
So they took a rat and they addicted them to bread, or like bread, just regular bread, and cocaine. Guess which one? And they took them both away, and then set the rat in the middle, and then put them both back in. Which one did he go to? Comment below if you think you know the answer right now. That'd be good. Interesting.
Cocaine is the answer.
That is not the answer.
No.
It went to bread.
All right, so as we were saying, is look to the sheet. It's in our comment section. The sheet says inflammatory foods. Look at this sheet, read these things. Don't try to eliminate, just try to limit these things. Try to avoid. Try. Don't change your whole lifestyle, just try to limit these things. But then on the other side of that sheet is your helper, and it is the anti-inflammatory foods. Look on this sheet, there are things you love on here you just don't eat regularly.
Right.
So look at here and say, eat as much as you like. Eat more of these. The more of these you eat, the less of these you eat, the healthier you're gonna be. Now, that is not the only thing though. There is more to it. And Dr. Jeromy, Dr. Matt, we have our 4 best tips for living an anti-inflammatory lifestyle. This is more than just nutrition. That video is going to be attached here as well, so look for that one next.
And we'd like to also have you comment below. We have a question for you. What would be your best way to get rid of those inflammatory foods, maybe? I don't know. Let's see what you guys have to say out there. Hey, see you in the next one.